I love how well my jokes are going over tonight. This is great. Like, there's sort of this, because the sense of discomfort is growing not quite as fast as the sense of trust, but like, you know, it's a race, you know, like, I don't think we know. It is a warm summer evening, I can just hear the knuckleball sweet. It is a warm summer evening, I can just... It's got to be my mother singing. My mother sang to us from the very beginning. I remember a camp song, I love the flowers, I love the daffodils. Yeah, I love the mountains and the rolling hills. I remember that. This town is a talisman, it's a vanishing bead. This town is a talisman, and aren't we a vanishing breed? But our soul is a first chair viola, lost in the weeds. I grew up in Milwaukee. I was talking to you about this before. Milwaukee is a hard place, but I was not the man because I was so clearly an outsider in that I was an intellectual and I was a very sensitive, emotional white kid. And so, like, I wasn't the oppressor, do you know what I mean? So I was just always kind of lost and a little scared, if that makes sense. So I'm just from the two places, like hand-me-down clothes and getting beat up and fucking reading Tolkien at 10, you know, and that's me. The old cafe, while the little river goes by slow, the river likes it that way. Sally's barefoot in the backyard, calling out to the star above the vine. I mean, there is a process, and that is to be constantly journaling and constantly assembling lists of songs that I might write. You know, like put them on the last page of a notebook so that you're heading towards a destination. You're the wine, you're the wine, you're the wine. I think of it as mulch, you know, and all the little fits and starts are there, and very rarely does any of that material make it into a song, but it's sort of like the overlay that the songs sprout up out of. The record that has most torn my head off in the last 3, 4, 5 years was Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly," and you know that's not my genre. I don't I know so little about that, but that record just undid me. It's just heavy, you know, and just a pinnacle storytelling record. It's a warm summer evening. Oh, I hear the sweet. Is a warm summer evening. Jenny Scheinman is a violinist, and she calls it the golden hand moment. There's a moment in art where you feel like it's really happening, and it's as though a golden hand is sort of perched over you. And as she said, the quickest way to end a golden hand moment is to notice and to think, hey, I'm having a golden hand moment, you know. Brand new 64 Dodge, the second tune of the evening, that was pure golden hand moment, and of course it's followed by moments where you're taken out of it. It's a song by Greg Brown. This is called Brand New 64 Dodge. Yeah, when he was my age, I would have been 23 and 24 and opening shows for him. You know, and he just took me under his wing and took me everywhere and was kind to me and showed me how it's done. Like he's an exemplary artist, and he's an exemplary citizen of the artistic community. Like, he's just a good guy. He's solid. He's pro. He shows up on time. He's respectful. People like him. It was great. 2-3 years, and he gave me his entire audience. And you know, I've been thinking about this all these years, and now all of a sudden there's, you know, a whole handful of young people that are opening shows for me, and I get so much out of that. And it's the first time in my life that that it's come home to me. Because Smither would always say, you know, I'd say thank you, I can't repay you, and he'd be like, you fucking kidding me, man? I get more out of this than you do, and now I understand. Like, I want to call him up and say you're welcome.
Then I will play football with my buddies down in the park. Later I will go and dream about my girlfriend as I lie alone in the dark, as I lie alone.
You have your transcendent shows, and no one gets to control those, and those happen. And then you have your very good shows, and you work towards those. And then there are your workaday shows. Getting your act together as an artist just means bringing your workaday shows up to as close to your good shows as you can. You know, if that, and that's a much more interesting project than searching for inspiration.